Geared up for a huge Saturday on the wagering board, hanging out in downtown Las Vegas. I'm Brian Blessing. Glad to be with you. Glad to get another full menu of college football games off and running. Here at scoresandodds.com, we always remind you, our friends at oddsworthbetting.com have the featured pick of the day. It's available right below this video, and a lot of interesting games on Saturday. And we're starting to see teams in look-ahead mode with conference play that's going to kick in many of these major conferences, but still some compelling games on a full Saturday slate. You look at Temple and UMass. Temple's a 10.5-point favorite. Minutemen, beware them. They might be laying in the weeds. UNLV lose their quarterback Decker. Game time decision. If he's not playing, it's not going to be pretty for UNLV at Michigan in the Big House. Michigan a 34-point favorite there. You look at games like Illinois at North Carolina. Tar Heels 9.5-point favorites. NC State, good team, going into a smaller school, but usually a pretty raucous environment. Laying 18.5 against Old Dominion. Offense could be on display in that game. We know there's going to be offense. Tulsa and Oklahoma. Oklahoma rallies, gets that huge win on the road against an SEC foe last week. Total on this game is 71.5. You get Northwestern and Duke. I don't know how the game plays out, but there's going to be a lot of smart kids out on the football field. Duke a 3.5-point favorite there. Other action, Nevada takes a trip to Texas A&M to take on the Aggies, and it's a big balloon number. Aggies are 34-point favorites in that spot. Really just hard to believe when you look at the number. South Carolina getting 17 points at Georgia. What's going on with the old ball coach in that program? Navy a 4-point favorite. Hey, they're in a conference now, so they got a conference game at home against East Carolina, who comes off a game with Florida in which they were competitive last week. Oh, a slobber knocker here, Auburn, LSU in the SEC, 6.5-point favorites, Tigers. Oh, wait a minute. Tigers are favorite. Tigers are dogs, Auburn and LSU. LSU's favorite, 6.5. Totals 48.5. Interesting game seeing Bama less than a touchdown favorite at home, 6.5 to Ole Miss. You get Texas San Antonio against Oklahoma State. Big number for the Cowboys trying to get that offense on track. They've a little pedestrian out of the gate this year. How about Iowa State and Toledo? Letdown spot for Toledo after upsetting Arkansas? Maybe not. Iowa State played their rivals Iowa, and you look at that particular game. Toledo, some respect for the Rockets, 7.5-point favorites. Rivalry game with Colorado, a 3.5-point favorite at Colorado State. We go down the line and look and find Stanford and Southern Cal, a big Pac-12 game. Hard to see Stanford getting 10 points in this spot, but Hogan and company looked awful early in the season in that game against Northwestern. Interesting later games. BYU's at UCLA, 16.5, 17. The Bruins are favored. What do you do with this BYU team? Team of destiny. They lose their quarterback, but they win their first two games in essence, both on Hail Marys. First at Nebraska, and then they, on a 4th and 7 play, trailing by 3 points. All of a sudden, they get the Hail Mary pass, in essence, to beat Boise State, and they get a pick 6 to kind of ice the deal. It's a great Saturday. It's going to be a great weekend. Everybody building that bankroll, looking forward to the NFL games on Sunday. Awesome day. Breakfast football for us here in Vegas as the fun gets started at 9 in the morning. It goes right through until the odd hours of the evening. Oddsworthbetting.com has the feature pick of the day for you right below this video. Always love hanging out in downtown Las Vegas, being here with you. I'm Brian Blessing, back on Sunday to preview a very big Week 2 in the NFL.